teammates to make buckets.
Very unselfish player. He's got 11 points, but he hasn't forced the action at all.
Ferguson's third field goal. He's got 8.
I feel like Mceachern came out with a little bit of buzz about themselves, and they played as well as they could play earlier. And Grovetown kind of just settled in. It's going to be interesting to see what this score is at the half. Because Grovetown, even though it's a tight game, seems to have control, in my opinion.
Reid lining up one. Front iron with that attempt. Rebounded by DJ Douglas off his hands, and it'll go out of bounds.
They got quite a few live body athletes on their roster. It's a good offensive rebound attempt right there by DJ Douglas.
Yeah, the coach's son.
Oh, wow. Now that you say it, it's obvious. They look just alike. That's got to be an interesting dynamic coaching your son.
Oh, yeah. Well, he doesn't give him any shorts, I can tell you that.
Tough finish.
Hipps, once again, he scored in every variety.
He's taken a couple threes early, and I didn't know how I felt about his shot, but that one he just made right there made me feel like he's a good three-point shooter, and that's kind of what he does. Michael would dunk it on you now. I've seen him. He's slippery in transition. He's a good player.
He's got 6 now.
And he's a senior. Good pass by Reid. You see that play?
Yes. Working around the horn.
Good ball movement. They don't force it.
Remember, the shot clock in Georgia basketball means you've got plenty of time to get shots off. Loose ball, he needs help.
Good fight by both teams.
Here comes
That's Jamichael.
Jamichael to the basket.
In transition, man.
He's got 8 quick ones. 6 here in the second quarter.
He's a blur in transition. That's what he does best.
Largest lead for Mceachern is 6.
Okay. Just when I thought Grovetown had all the momentum, Mceachern has stolen it right back.
That was a lob that wound up finding its way into the hole.
He'll take it, though. Oh, man. I love to see Coach Douglas fire right there. He is not happy with that transition defense. They gave up 6 quick ones in transition, and just like that, they're down 8. So Michael Davis right here with 1. He actually had 2 of those in that short little stint right there. This one right here, Hipps, got to the rim. Nice little floater. He's played well. Quiet assassin. Steal right there to Michael Davis. Look at the speed, look at the burst. You can't even contest that.
We talked about Moses Hipps scoring in a variety of different ways. So have the Indians. They've scored from the perimeter. They've scored inside, and they've knocked down their free throws. A complete basketball team, and this could be their time.
And it's been a little bit of everyone. It started out with kind of the Ace Bailey show, but as time has gone on, everybody has kind of found their niche and found their way to score, and multiple guys have impacted the game in multiple ways.
Timeout on the floor. 63, so both teams right there in that same area, and would be indicative of a game that should come down to the wire.
I haven't seen Westside. Obviously, you were at that game, and we're still early in this game, but is it fair to say that Mceachern is as talented, if not a little bit more talented than Westside?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely more talented than Westside. Yeah. And again, the thing about Westside is the bulk of their team has played together for 4 years.
So they're experienced. They got a great feel for each other. These guys have actually kind of gelled and meshed quickly because you have major cogs on this Mceachern team that were not here last year. Last year was Ace Bailey and a bunch of others. This year they have multiple guys that are capable of putting up numbers and putting up points. So Mceachern is a much more dangerous team, a team that has a chance to win a state championship.
There's a steal.
I mean, look at Jamichael Davis. Look at that steal.
Stepping
nice
in the
decision.
passing lanes. There's Hipps. Whistle and a foul was committed by the Warriors.
And I don't know if you know this, but Jamarion Davis, who's the 6'10 sophomore, came off the bench for Mceachern, was ranked in the top 10 at one point. So, I mean, you got guys who are highly touted guys that are trying to find their ways on this team. And imagine if they continue to gel and they play together and they continue to work, what they could look like at the end of the year. Because this Grovetown team is a group of guys who've been together and they're experienced and they kind of know how each other plays coming off a state championship run, so you know what you're going to get with them. They'll continue to get better, but is their upside as high as Mceachern?
Well, the key thing with Grovetown, I think, is that national schedule. They've now moved from more of a a localized schedule with teams in their region and a few others on the periphery to playing in events like this, prestigious events, and they'll play in one next week as well, the Jared Cook against Buford.
Which is exciting, but it's a challenge, and you got to bring it every night you get on the court.
Hanging on the rim, they'll allow that for his own safety as Sherman in the front court.
He's the guy who I think he's got to put his imprint on the game, Sherman, because he's big, he's left-handed, he can do a lot of different things.
He's highly athletic as well.
He's a good player, but he just hasn't quite been able to get going today so far.
And that's the thing about this Grovetown team. They found a way in their first two contests. Obviously, the Cross Creek win, 17 points in that one, and then the 6-point win against Westside. There's been different people that have stepped up.
Yeah.
You know, you had a little bit of consistency, but for example, Sherman had 13 in his first contest against Westside, and then he's been the most consistent, 13 in the second game. So balance for him. Derrion Reid, 22 and 15 in the first game, 12 and 12 in the next one.
Okay. Derrion Reid is obviously really talented. There's no question about it. And I'm sure, your human nature tells you that when you're matched up with a kid like Ace Bailey, who's supposed to be probably on paper better than you, that you want to show and prove what you can do. He's a shooter. I like that. I love to see guys who can shoot it from deep. He shot that with confidence, too.
In the gym range with the smallest man on the court.
He's coming off the bench doing that, too. He's made 2 big threes, giving them a little bit of a spark. Now he's coming here with a steal.
Amari Clark.
He's trying to earn some more playing time.
And coach is one of those guys that if they don't dive on the floor, they'll be running laps.
Well, those little plays, those effort plays are what really win games. Everybody gets excited.
Obviously preparing the kids to be good and model students, athletes, and citizens. As we start the second half, Grovetown trailing in this one. 16th rated team in all the land.
Nice. That's
Derrion Reid, their top 53 player in the ESPN Top 100 junior class with the bucket.
I love it. They throw the ball into him in the post. He goes right to his jump hook. Teammate kind of ran into him, but he avoided him and still finished the shot. That's a high-level play.
13 for Reid. Leading scorer for his team at the end of the first half.
Got to be a foul right there.
Malik Ferguson had 10. Grovetown shot 48% on 13 of 27 from the floor, 6 of 12 from long range, and 4 of 5 from the free throw line. As for Mceachern, the Indians, 15 of 32, that's 46.9%, 3 of 11 from long range, 27.3, and 5 of 7 from the stripe. 7 turnovers and 7 steals from Mceachern. On the other side for Grovetown, they turned the ball over 10 times and came away with 3.
Oh, my goodness, this boy can play. That's a high-level pass right there. Because he had his mindset to go kind of one-on-one. Ace Bailey was doing a solid job on him, but his man slipped open, whipped it right around the defender for the one-hand pass. That's a big-time play.
So Reid and Freeman with the opening baskets.
And those are the ones that we want, number 2.
50-50.
Franquan Sherman to finish. He's got to finish those plays in transition.
And it comes down the other end, and they get burned. Moses Hipps from distance.
Hipps had something for me because I did not know how I felt about his first couple of releases from 3, but that's apparently exactly what he does is shoot threes.
He stepped right into one, and speaking of that, that's what DJ Douglas does as well. He did it in the last contest against Cross Creek.
That's his second
had the
three.
Crowd going nuts.
That's his second 3, and he looks. You look at him and you think he's a post player, but he's very skilled from the perimeter. Runs the court like a deer, too. He might end up being a sleeper on this team because there's just so much talent around him. But when you're that size, that length, you play hard and you can make shots from the perimeter, coaches will find a place for you on the court.
Now is that pass you talked about.
We had a great angle on that. Great replay by the SUV TV. Yeah. Unbelievable pass by Derrion Reid.
Yeah, DJ Douglas, one of the cheerleaders on the team as well. He does a good job of supporting his teammates. He looks for the ball in the corner instead. Look at that move right there.
Good player, man. I've said it a couple times, but Georgia State, they knew what they were doing on that one. That's a great recruit right there.
Corey talked about him at halftime, and he delivered. in the early going of that contest. Third quarter, that is.
Grovetown had lost the momentum too, but they found their footing early in this third quarter. I love the effort right there. The dive. Would have been nice if he could have captured that loose ball before it went out of bounds, but Grovetown has been really solid and fundamental defensively and forced Mceachern into tough shots to open this quarter.
Yeah, Grovetown on a 9-3 run to open up the third period. Hipps.
He's the only guy that's made a shot so far, made the deep three in transition, and that's a tough mid-range jump shot right there.
So Hipps, who had 9 in the first, now has 14. Their leading scorers at the break, Jamichael Davis with 10 and Arias Bailey with 10.
And Hipps is a little bit of a sneaky player because he's a talent in his own right. And if you put a bad defender on him, he's going to find a way to get loose and make jump shots.
Nice move.
That is tough. That is tough right there.
Shake and bake by Jamichael Davis.
Off the wrong foot. Ferguson got a little bit out of control right there. Good defense by Davis. After the tough running one-handed finish that he just had. Here we are. Crossover. Stop behind the back. Off the wrong foot too quick. Before the shot block can get there. Not a whole lot you can do with that one.
Indians tying it up by virtue of that foray to the hole. Davis.
That's tough. Now you got a 6'10" guy making mid-range jump shots out of the corner. The Mceachern team is talented, man. They got an answer for you.
And that opportunity to extend the lead. And
goodness.
There's the meeting at the rim.
Look at Derrion Reid, man. He does everything. But Hipps, there goes that man, Hipps. 3 for 3 to start the third quarter.
Mama, there go that man.
He's content with everybody getting all the other attention. He's just going to get out here and make plays, put the ball in the hole.
Franquan Sherman.
And the length and athleticism has really bothered Sherman tonight.
There it is again, Derrion Reid, but this time he came down on the player. One whistle for the foul.
One thing you know about Reid is, though, he's going to contest everything at the rim. He's not giving up any layups. Good strong take by number 5 from Mceachern. That is Jaden Bynes. Way to draw a foul on their best player, Derrion Reid. But it's a good foul for Grovetown because he misses it. Now Grovetown trying to search because Sherman's not playing and giving them quite what they want. They're going to number 14, C.J. Johnson, to see if he can get them a little bit of a lift off the bench.
He's another shooter.
And
shooter, defender.
Amari Clark gave them that spark off the bench in the first half.
Another 3-and-D guy off the bench for Darren Douglas. He posts up in that corner. Douglas, that's DJ Douglas, the captain, has it in the corner. Freeman and Ferguson, two-man game. Now they get Reid involved. Working against 3 defenders.
He's a good player, man. Just knows how to score. Not intimidated by size. He's got a 6'9" guy guard him. He's calling for the ball in the post, and he feels very confident that he can score on him. That's pretty impressive at the high school level. But he can also step out and shoot the 3. He can make it and get an assist. He can do a lot of different things. High-level player. And again, I don't know who's doing the rankings, but I want them to show me a highlight film and game tape of all 52 players that are better than him. There's no way there are 52 players better than him in the country in this classification. Absolutely no way. And needs that free throw, though. All of these free throws and all these turnovers are big right now.
Yeah, these are the first 2 misses of the season for Derrion Reid. He's been perfect prior to that.
Did you say something about that earlier? Did you give him the commentator jinx?
Nope. No, I stayed
he
away
just did it right there. That's why he missed that one. I'm gonna tell him after the game to blame the second one on you.
Please do. That'll mean more laps for him and probably a few for me at the Augusta University game tomorrow.
Oh, Lord.
I work with Coach Douglas as my color analyst. As Corey mentioned, he had done a game in my stead when I was doing the battle.
Oh, okay.
Shot clock winding down. There's another 3 ball.
And that's the one thing that people don't know about Now, that was Jermichael Davis. That's the one thing people don't know if he can do, if he can shoot the ball from the perimeter. So if he adds that to his game, he's going to be scary.
Yeah, that's his first triple. Looking for the answer.
Nice. Good pass.
And there's Douglas.
Woo, that's a high-level play by Derrion Reid. Misses the three. Chases the rebound now. Spins in the crowd. There's a place for him. I'm telling you right now. They're missing the boat on him. And I won't get on my soapbox, but this extra COVID year and everybody recruiting out the portal, there are a lot of seniors that are going under-recruited right now. And it's a shame, but hopefully this thing is cyclical and it'll come back to where these guys get the opportunity that they deserve.
Motion offense now for Coach Carruthers, leads to another three ball.
If Jermichael Davis makes that, I'm telling you right now, I think he's an under-recruited player as well. I think he's a senior. You can't tell me he can't play at the Division I level.
He's got 18.
He's a good player, man. That's a good finish right there, too, by Freeman. Tough, strong-bodied kid in a crowd. They got a lot of guys that can do a lot of different things.
Freeman and Ferguson both capable of carrying the team on their back.
There goes Hipps. Hipps had missed a shot in the second half.
Hipps.
3 threes and a 2.
It's 11 according to my count in the second half. And Derrion Reid just picked up his second personal.
And guess who did it? Hipps. He's doing a little bit of everything right now.
The battle of undefeateds. Early on in the 22-23 season at the 2022, and there's a steal. Hawks Naismith tip-off classic.
They're trying to run what they call that Spain action. You run a ball screen, and then you got one of your best shooters coming up to set a back screen for the big who's diving, and it's going to cause a lot of confusion. It has a lot of communication by the defense right there. And usually the guy popping for the jump shot who set the back screen will be wide open, but good strip by Ferguson on that play.
Clark on the floor with Reid.
This has been their best offense so
Freeman,
far. Throw the ball to Reid.
Douglas, and they tip it away.
Good hands by Ace Bailey on that.
As Davis down low.
Look at that defense by Roberts. That was a big-time play. Wall up, high hands. Good defense.
Looking for some help there, CJ. And they'll work the offense in the passing game. Nice pass, blocked inside.
Those are the plays Roberts got to make around the rim. Too big and athletic for that.
Wide open. Goaltending is the call. To Mceachern. After Grovetown had walked them down and taken a lead in the second half, they've exploded for an 11-point advantage. Make that 13.
See if he can make his third three of the game.
Davis, cross court, wide open look. He's got it.
Wow.
Give him all three of those.
14, Devin Moist just got the layup. Comes back and makes a three right here.
He's got 7.
Big body Cadillac finish by Derrion Reid. They give up a layup on the other end, though. Oh, wow, I didn't realize this is a 16-point game. This game has got away from them. They need to close this quarter on it. They need a basket and a stop.
Clark, off-balance 3-ball, side rim. CJ kept it alive and will stay down this end to Grovetown. Franquan Sherman coming back in. They need some offense.
They got to get a basket and a stop here.
Final seconds of the third period.
Huge. That'll be huge.
There it is. Derrion Reid. Cool as the other side of the pillow as he knocks down the triple to close out the third period.
Good patience, stepped into it. Ace Bailey probably overhelped. I probably wouldn't want to give Reid the last second shot. I would have lived with someone else taking it. Huge three to cut it to 30.
This is the final game, game 6 of 6 on the slate for today. Nationally ranked Grovetown on the ropes against Mceachern, 7A Ball Club in Powder Springs. Driving to the lane, Davis.
Good
Rebound by Reid. Reid will bring it in the front court. Kicks it on the right side. That's Ferguson. Back to Reid on the post up. He's got a height advantage down there. Now a double team comes, goes cross court. Ferguson kicks it in the wing. Wide open look. 3-ball. Rattles out, tipped up and in, and that might get Sherman going.
And they threw 13 Kinsey in the game. He hasn't played all game. And looks Grovetown's looking for a little bit of a spark through him in the game late. Let's see if he can give him something. That was Hipps' first miss.
Coach, that was Franquan Sherman's first basket of the game.
Wow.
Young man had scored 13 against Cross Creek, 13 against Westside, back-to-back state champions.
Oh, my goodness. And he's a good player, so he should.
Reid.
I hope it's just a cramp. Did he land on the funny? I turned around. Did he land on the funny, or is it just a cramp? Feel much better about that. I didn't want it to be some kind of major injury. But these are precious minutes that they don't. I almost might have called a timeout to try to keep him in the game. He's playing well.
He rebounded the miss on that last shot by E.J. Kinsey.
I don't know about that one. He rushed
Wild
it.
Shot there. Ferguson goes right wing corner. Sherman.
Sherman needed that.
Sherman
might have woke him up.
Back-to-back field goals.
Good pass by Ferguson. They need him.
Here come the Warriors.
Just like that, 6-point game.
Electro stem they added on that one. I saw the laser in there. Technology, it has grown.
Something else, isn't it?
It is. Like you said, we were old school back in the day. Let's hit some salt tablets.
I saw we had salt and bananas. That's all we had.
And water.
Exactly. See if they go to a double team or if they let them play one-on-one.
Yeah, DJ back on the floor defensively. Nice turnaround and a bucket.
Tough shot. Not a whole lot you can do with that.
That's Bailey's first field goal since the first half.
Good pass.
Good look.
Oh, you got to finish that.
Freeman gets a second try. That's rejected. Knocked out of there by Moise.
Carry. Good call by the official. Derrion Reid's ready. He thinks he's ready to go back in. I'm not sure if he is, but he's going back in regardless.
Yeah, needs to get some stretching out as he comes back in.
Can't afford to leave him out of the game.
He'll come in for E.J. Kinsey. Entering the lineup for Coach Crothers. Number 24 coming in. Freeman.
See if Ferguson can make another three. That's huge. He finally got himself going.
Franquan Sherman.
Is he getting recruited? Is he going anywhere?
Sherman was a player that had a lot of expectations coming into this contest. He just decommitted from Winthrop.
Okay.
Opened up his recruitment, and the calls are coming.
I'm sure they are. He's a good player, man. Good size, can make a shot left-handed. I mean, he's at least 6'5", long arms, can make a three, can finish at the rim. A lot of people want his services. Just like that, 5-point game.
Played at the single A level in his freshman year at Lincoln County. Transferred over.
Good decision for him. Just gave up a basket, though. No.
There's a defensive stand by Sherman. Now he's looking to go coast to coast to the bucket.
Coaches and their fans looking for a foul call right there, but look clean at the bottom. Good shot fake by Reid. That's a huge shot. Look at Sherman. He's playing now.
Once again, he traveled. Can be called for a travel. No basket.
Good play, though. I think it was a good call as well.
He realizes it.
Yeah, he shuffled his feet. I like his energy and activity, though. His body language, everything has changed.
Yeah, I think he was expecting contact on that when they pulled the rug out from under him.
He's big and strong. He just got to go finish that.
There's contact on the perimeter by Ferguson. It's a 5-point game. Inside of 5 minutes left to play. Immediately following this one, we'll have post-game festivities coming your way. Mike Thompson, the coach.
They've done a good job. Grovetown's done a good job on Hipps because Hipps was really scoring at a high rate to start the third quarter. I talked him up.
Another open look.
Him up.
Sitting there calmly, ready to knock down another three. He's got 6 made threes in the game, Coach.
He's been their most valuable offensive player.
He's red hot. That basket extends the lead to 8. There's the answer.
That is tough.
Ferguson. We talked about his strength. That was on display right there.
He better not give any open shots up to Hipps, though.
He's got 14. There he is again, looking to get open.
That's actually a good read and a good pass by him. Backdoor cut. Good decision.
Bynes, his first triple.
He's a live body. He's not a bad player either. I mean, they got some guys over at Mceachern, man.
They've got 12 made threes in this contest. I'm talking about Mceachern. You talked about your dislike of the three-point game, or at least the way the game is changed in that way.
I just want you to take good ones. That's all I want you to take. And I think for the most part, there have been majority good ones in this game. Like that one right there.
Lining up the puppies.
You got to take that one.
And burying the triple. Mr. Bynes. Talked about Sherman being warmed up. There's Sherman, that
there he is.
Janky lefty.
Man, he's a tough cover, man. If he would have played like this early, we'd have a totally different game. He's really played much better in this second half. Really this fourth quarter.
And it's critical for him to play like this with the schedule that they have coming up.
He's got to do it every night.
Yeah, Grovetown plays the number 24 ranked Newton High School.
Type of player that you could have imagined.
Those youngsters, Carlos's boys, are tremendous players.
Got a mismatch. I thought DJ should have took advantage. He had a guard guarding him right there.
Ferguson to Sherman.
Good
Reid,
shot fake. I love his shot fakes, man. I love it.
Shot attempt no good. DJ Douglas going high.
Reid's not the same. His calf's just not feeling good, I can tell.
You also heard his left hand, I believe.
Yeah,
left hand that it's wrapped up.
It's been taped up all game. I'm assuming that happened before we even got here today. But, I mean, you can just tell he's walking with a gimp, so when your calf's not right, you know, that impacts your explosion, your quickness. So he's just trying to play without getting hurt right now, which is affecting his overall game. I hate it because this could be a, you know, one that's coming down tight down the stretch.
Lead is 8. Marius Bailey drilling a pair. He's got 14. Freeman misfires and back the other way with a chance to take the lead to double figures.
Good patience by Hipps right here. Mceachern's going to be tough to beat, man. They got a good team.
A lot of length, outstanding athleticism, and no fear.
I mean, they got 6, 7, 8 dudes that can play, man. Derrion Reid said he said I'm done. He can't play anymore. He probably knew he shouldn't have came back in, but it's cramming too bad. He can't play. I really like what I've seen out of this Mceachern team.
Freeman at the line. Made the first, missed the second. So we got a 10-point game. Just over 2 minutes left. Driving and scoring.
If Sherman could have just played like this early in the game, he's going to end up with his average. What does he have, 11, 12?
I got him unofficially for 9.
Good patience and poise right here. Michael's done a great job running the point, kind of keeping the team under control. Look at that play by JaMychal. That's a good foul. But he's been able to get into the paint and cause havoc all night and make great decisions. This is a great read right here. Nice bounce pass. You win with guard play. And when your guards are able to get to the paint and draw the defense in and make the right decisions, and you're going to be able to get good shots all night, you know, you got a high level chance of winning. So he's played really, really well. And if it's college coaches out there that are looking for a senior point guard, it'd be hard pressed to find guys, plenty of guys that are much better than him.
We got a timeout. Comes with a minute 20.
Some shot for shot at moments, but I just think sometimes you just run into a team that's high powered, and when they're making shots from all over the court, it's just going to be a tough game. And Hipps, he kind of stretched that lead out in the third quarter and made it tough.
On the inbounds, we got a foul. Dead ball foul. Grovetown over the limit. The 1-and-1 opportunity for Hipps. Perfect 3 for 3 at the line.
Yeah, the way he shot the ball tonight, I don't think he's going to miss a free throw.
6'4" junior.
He's going to get recruited by a lot of people too. When you got some size and some length and you can make shots, coaches will find you. He's a good player.
He's got 16 points in the second half to go along with the outstanding first half Hipps had. 25 in the game for Moses Hipps. Ferguson knocking one down.
He's a good player, man. I like him a lot.
An opportunity to watch him at Georgia State.
They're going to like him a lot. He'll be in the star lineup early. He's going to be an integral player for them for the next 4 years. This Grovetown team is they're going to win a lot of games this year too, and I wouldn't want to see them in the state tournament either. They're a good team.
Now, obviously, coach, like many of those, Darren Douglas wanting that region championship first, then an opportunity to compete for the state championship. And
what classification is Grovetown?
6. And they had designs on maybe a Geico national championship opportunity.
With that gauntlet of the schedule they played, it's going to be tough because you gotta win a lot of those games.
CJ underneath the basket, kicks it out. Sherman,
good extra pass.
Working the perimeter. Kinsey,
great job flying around by Mceachern, man. You got it.
Driving.
That's impressive. They were flying around.
Now looking for an opportunity to wind this one down inside the final 30 seconds, that is, of the final period. There's a whistle on the perimeter and a foul committed by Grovetown. Mceachern, they had a belief. They saw that championship medal, and they wanted every piece of it. Coming off of 2 nice wins. Green Forest, the single A private power from years gone by. They beat them by 3.
They only beat Green Forest by 3? Wow.
69-66. And then
Forest
Westlake.
Good team.
Yeah, Westlake, they took care of them 75-69. So a 6-point win there. Kinsey, second of 2 with 1.7 seconds left. But today and this evening belongs to the Indians. Mceachern victorious in the final game of the 2022 Hawks Naismith Tip-Off Classic, taking care of previously undefeated and the defending and reigning 6A state champions Grovetown. They go down defeat by a final count of 88-80. Coach, what a tremendous set of games we've had all day long here at the Hawks Naismith Tip-Off Classic.
Great events by the Hawks Naismith. An unbelievable event by SUV TV, and we had a great time tonight. I'm really glad to be here. Thanks for everything, man. I enjoyed it.
For the hardworking men and women of SUV TV, Charles McNeil will be sending it upstairs after this timeout for the post-game show. It's right around the corner. Stay with us. The Hawks Naismith Tip-Off Classic post-game show is up next. You're watching SUV TV.